Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today Tuesday, 19th of April 2016. I am Edward Udedas, Thevasakayam Pillai with the highlights of today's newspapers. Today we have three leading newspapers of Sri Lanka for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. The main headline of the Daily Mirror says, "I will not allow tax burden." President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday said that he would not leave room for any tax increase to become burdensome to the public, referring to media reports that the government was in the process of revising the VAT. He said would not leave room for any tax increase that would be burdensome. President Sirisena added that he was not ready to be guided by economic advisors who present such proposals when evolving economic policies. He said he would rather send them home. Another highlight says, Pujith new IGP. The Constitutional Council yesterday approved the name of Senior DIG Pujith Jayasundara as the 34th Inspector General of Police and referred his name to President Maithripala Sirisena for endorsement according to the Constitution, it is learned. The CC, chaired by Speaker Karu Jayasuriya, met for the sole purpose of discussing the appointment of the next IGP from among three senior police officers recommended by the President. DIGs SM Wickramasinghe and CD Wickramaratne are the other two names recommended by the President. It is learned that the CC chose Mr. Jayasundara for the post. Thereafter, it was referred to the President for approval. Another highlight says, Authority to regulate electronic media. The government is considering setting up an independent authority to regulate the electronic media in the near future, Daily Mirror reliably learned yesterday. According to government sources, there had been a request from the electronic media for such an authority. The sources also said the authority would have the power to handle complaints made against electronic media, just as the Press Complaints Commission does. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. The main headline of the Daily News says, President says will not impose any tax that burdens public. Another highlights of the Daily News, IGP stakes, CC nominates Pujith, CC communicates decision to President. Another highlight says, kidney racket suspect flees from Mirihana camp. Prison authorities yesterday informed Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishant Pires that the first suspect arrested in connection with the investigations into a kidney racket involving Indians and Sri Lankans had escaped from the detention camp in Mirihana. Accordingly, court issued a warrant for the arrest of the suspect, and the controller of Immigration and Emigration was also ordered to arrest the suspect if he attempted to flee the country through the airports. Another highlight says, Lagala Police Armory raid, 5 fingerprints found. Police found 5 fingerprints on weapons stolen from the Lagala police station and later discovered from a washroom in a Velavela Sandagala temple in Lagala on Saturday morning. They were sent to Colombo for further investigations, Criminal Investigations Department sources said. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. The main headline of the Ceylon Today says, Constitutional Council ratifies Pujith as the new IGP. Another highlight says, boats capsized. Over 400 refugees drowned in Mediterranean. Hundreds of refugees are feared to have drowned in the Mediterranean Sea after their boats capsized on the way to Europe, a Somali ambassador has said. More than 400 refugees are thought to have drowned, the Somali ambassador to Egypt told BBC Arabic. Wiggy hospitalized. Meeting with President postponed. Northern Province Chief Minister C.V. Vigneswaran was admitted to Jaffna General Hospital due to a sudden illness yesterday, TNA NP members told this newspaper. The meeting scheduled for yesterday with President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickramasinghe in Colombo over the release of lands in the north has also been postponed due to this, officials said. Another highlight says, 1,710 drunk drivers copped within 8 days and still counting. Police have arrested 164 drunk drivers within 24 hours from 17 April to 18 April and an overall number of 1,710 drunk drivers within 8 days of the festive season. The number arrested since the launch of this operation was over 1,710. According to police spokesman ASP Rohan Gunasegara, a majority of the drunk drivers were motorcyclists. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan Newspaper Highlights.